It's Juvenis.
To welcome His Excellency right away, Senator of Omo-Agege. Right here. We have one of our sons, an and also a deputy in our midst who saw the sufferings of victims in Delta State and decided to have a talk with us this day. And that is the man we all love very, very well. Today I'm seeing him one-on-one. I didn't know that he's as young and as sweet and smart as this. And now that he has removed his cap, he looks younger than ever. The Deputy Senate President, Omo-Agege, put your hand together for him. And so I'm only a retiree. Is it not so? So you are welcome, sir. We have been waiting for a very long time, and we know because of their tight schedule, we are not going to waste much time here. Our program is this: opening prayers, item 1, 2, introduction, VDJ, aka MC Oscar. So please permit me to invite the man of God, Prophet Johnny, for a brief opening prayer. Thank you.
Let us pray. Jesus, Jesus,
Your Excellency, sir, members of the High Table, all protocols observed. Let me introduce a lady with difference, an iron lady that decided to take the bull by the horn to fight the just cause of retirees in Delta State. And by the grace of God, without fear nor favor, she has been able to pull us all along. And that is why she is the state chairman or lady chairperson of ACL Delta State. And when I'm talking about ACL means Association of Contributory Retirees. And that is the person of Honorable Chief Mrs. Omo-Agege.
Thank you very much for your coming. This is the day we have been waiting for. We give glory to God. Welcome.
ACL.
Thank you. I'm able to write my name. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. Of praise, GU, a third. Put your hands together for him. Chairman representing ACL from the 25 local government areas of Delta State. Please, can you stand up? Those are the local government chairmen of ACL from the 25 local government in Delta State. ACL! Progress! Sit down. Delta State. We have 20 times the number of what we have here. But because of logistics, you know, to transport people down here today is not easy. So otherwise, if we have an open field to call all retirees in Delta State, you will even see some creeping because some cannot walk again because of lack of funds to take care of themselves. So these are just representatives, so that people will not say tomorrow they were hired to this hall as retirees. Have you been paid? Have you been paid? Have you been paid? So sit down. So once more,
of Delta State, the man who can write his name. This one has classmates. He knows the school he attended. He knows his classmates, and his classmates, they know him, and he can write his name. I want to give thanks to you, teachers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when government decided some years back to change from the defined benefit pension plan to the defined contribution pension plan, the intention was to make the pension scheme more efficient and effective. In Delta State, we have had the privilege of having 2 medical doctors as governors in this state. We're told that doctors are people who have human hearts, and that people who have human feeling are the people that go into the field of medicine, nursing, and all the paramedics. Have you not been so? But today, when my brother, the MC, made the call for the retirees in Delta State who have not been paid to stand up, I was shocked to find out that almost everybody in this hall, that this is just a fraction of the retirees in Delta State that have not been paid. The Bible told us that every laborer deserves their fair wages. If possible to others, do not deserve it. And under a just God, even if they have it, they will not long retain it. That is why today, with joy in my heart, I want to introduce to you the man that will take away the pain, the suffering, the price of our pensioners. The incoming governor of Delta State, a former executive assistant to the governor of this state, a former commissioner for special duties, and today the current serving deputy president of the Senate, and by the special grace of God, the incoming governor of Delta State, His Excellency Senator Omo-Agege, the all-party of the Boland. You are welcome, sir. Your Excellency is here today with our leaders. First, the Director General of the Delta APC Campaign Council in Delta State, a former special advisor to the governor, a former minister of the Federal Republic, Minister for Special Duties, a former minister for Niger Delta Affairs, our leader, Godswill Peter Orubele, also in the house. We also have here in the house the Deputy Director General of the Delta APC Campaign Council, former country director, Action Aid International, former executive director of the Africa Center for Leadership Strategy and Development, and currently the chief of staff to the deputy president of the Senate, Dr. Otibe Ibuzo. We have here in the house one part, the oldest leader of the APC in this state, because of his passion for the good of society. So always out there reaching out to people, following DSP wherever it goes. A former super principal, our leader from Ethiopia is Elder Ayeni, Moses Ayeni. We also have here in the house the Director of Contact and Mobilization, former Commissioner for Transport in this state, Chief Barrister Bosin Ibikeme. We have here in the house the State Vice Chairman of the APC in Delta State, in charge of Delta Central, former Commissioner for Housing, former Special Advisor, former Political Advisor, former Chief of Staff, Government House, former Member House of Representatives, former Police Commander, Chief Polinos, and we have here in the house a businessman by excellence, former commissioner in the Supernet, Chief Pius Ojoko Wije, aka POC. We have here in the house the Director of Welfare, the Delta APC Campaign Council, and Senior Deputy Aide to the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrister Omasa Agbaje. We also have here in the house the Director Monitoring and Evaluation of the Delta APC Campaign Council, the son of the soil here, Honorable William Omopilo, aka King Gibe. We have here in the house my big sister, Honorable Florence Akoyebo, and welcome. We have here in the house our mother, Honorable Mrs. Eunice Oko, you are welcome. We have our Mrs. Helen Omo-Agege.
Today, just like what I said before. His Excellency in making. In fact, we are waiting for that day for swearing in by the grace of God. The Deputy Senate President, Senator Omo-Agege, my great son. The DG of our great party, campaign team in Delta State. you, sir. Dr. Orubebe. My chief of staff, Dr. Itive, I greet you, sir. I greet all the DGs of our campaign team. I will take a very short something to say something because I have to give you little history of this organization. Sir, at the time we were looking for a way to see you. I don't know that today, being the 7th of February 2023, will be the day. I retired since 2016. And when I retired, we did not know that His Excellency, the President Governor of Delta State, Senator Okowayo, has stopped the payment of our gratuity. Not until February 2017, somebody in the bureau discovered it and whistled it to the ear of somebody here. Then, in this data, Isoko North, and the man quickly organized us. Since then, we have been in this fight, protest every month. At a time, if I can remember, when we were meeting in Ethiopia East, what year was that? I think 2020 or 2019. We decided to write to you to go to Abuja. You know, as a retiree, we're just, no means of eating. So we begin to keep our money, paying to 200 naira, some 300. At a time, we were to meet you. So we will begin to go to the channel. On the way, you said we should put everything into writing, which we did. And we went to Agbo to submit it to your former deputy DG. But since then, we couldn't hear anything. I believe that probably the document did not get to you. We continued. So when Okowa entered, let me go back to that side. Okowa entered 2015 in May. As soon as he became the governor of Delta State, he just sealed up our payment. Throughout 2015 May to 2015 December, we did not pay anybody. We were not aware. Throughout 2016 January to 2016 December, he did not pay 1 naira. Not until even January 2017, he did not pay. Not until February 2017, we learned of it. Then we formed this association called Contributory Association. So we began. After our first protest, he now approved 150 million. What is 450 million? We continued. After our third protest, increased it to 300. Then in June 2018, we stopped the payment. Then we learned of it again. We went to protest on October 3rd, 2018. So we started the payment again. We continued. Because every year, we continue to retire. Every year. But as everybody will be paying about 7 people. As you see this crowd, we are only representing our local governments. We have over 5,000 plus retirees in the local government retirees. I'm not talking of the state. When we talk of local government retirees, I mean those that retired in the primary school and those that worked in the council. But as you can see here, these are just a little percentage of those that retired in primary school. Council workers are not here. So we continued. Then we went again, throughout this last year, 2022, almost every month. I'm aware when his own commissioner for information, all of you had over us. When he named him APC woman leader, yes, I was better not woman leader. So, sir, in short, we are tired of crying. Then, the day came when you declared the intention to fight for the position of governor. That very day, this great association wrote and we came and submitted a letter to you. I think since then, anywhere you go on campaign, it's only you that is carrying our cross. In fact, we say thank you. Thank you, God will bless you. As you can see, we have already started doing our work. And we know by the grace of God, if it's only the cry of the senior citizens like us, God will hear our cry. And God will take you down there. Because we believe that it's only you that can solve our problem. Like last month, we were about to go, but we have shifted it, let us go and cry again. Every time we go, we'll be rolling on the ground. The man has back, a heart, yeah. No matter our cry, this man will borrow. We were thinking that at the time he deceived us. He said he want to give us 10 billion if he borrow. So when we went to Bureau, we calculated that 10 billion to end in 2016. Yet the man borrowed 150 million billion today, 200 billion tomorrow. Another, look at the one of the recent one now. Just throwing data state money anyhow, without even remembering that we are living. Obuha wants us dead, but you don't want to die. You're coming here, they just want to hear from you. If not, we'll be preaching you. Isn't it? All our meetings, we'll be preaching you. Even when a candidate came to see us, that very day, we preached you why the candidate was with us. We told him it's Omo-Agege. Direct. It's only Agege that will deliver us. Sir, we are very grateful. We just want to hear from you. If you count the number of people that will vote, I think we'll have the right number. Let me explain. I can vote. As a retired, isn't it? As so many of us here. All my children are the age of voting. They must vote. My pain is their pain. Some of us here, their grandchildren are the age of voting. They are crying. Even my own family, even my husband's family, they are crying. So they will vote because of me. So we have large numbers of people that will vote for you, sir. And having said that, in fact, we're very grateful. Having seen us today shows that, in fact, our problem is your problem. Every local government you went to, every local government in Delta State, you continue to preach about our payments. May God bless you. I want to inform you that while we were preparing to come, certain men came, that state retirees, I think there are 15 in numbers here. They said, madam, we want to see Omo-Agege too. I said, you are free. Join us. They are here, sir. They are state retirees. If they can stand up so that His Excellency will see them. Stay up. They are here today also because our pain is also their pain. What we are suffering today is what they are suffering. So I greet you, sir. I greet everybody.
Pass to your elbows. I think in those days they used to say more Christ to your elbows until it is now changed. Say more power to your elbows. Well, the man that we have been expected to see for so many years, as she has rightly said, I do remember vividly clear when we went to Ole in pursuance of things like what Madam said, and the chairman then, who was the chairman of chairman, Agro, said, you people have money to go to Abuja and get your time to see this deputy senate president. Assuming you all go and die on the road. Is it not so? But with God, all things are possible. All that is, we will need to take our gratuity and pension in Jesus' name. will not go back. So at this point, let me hand over the microphone to the handsome Deputy Senate President,
the DG, the Director General of our campaign organization, Elder Godday Erubebe, all of our leaders seated at this side of the table. I don't call it high table. All tables are equal. The leadership of ACR, ably represented by my own leader, Chief Mrs. Helen Ije, and indeed, this is the chairman of the various 25 chapters, 25 local government areas of the state. And then our mothers, our brothers, and our sisters who gave the best years of their lives in service of Delta State, either as employees of the state government, local government, or teachers. And let me reiterate one more time that I'm able to write my name, and therefore I want to say thank you to all of our teachers. I start again by conveying my apologies to all of you. I know this event was scheduled for 11 a.m. Now, moving from there, I'm going to the cross of the matter. I am elated, at the same time I am sad. Elated because I finally have the opportunity to see and interact with our retirees who have suffered so much in the hands of Okowa. I'm equally elated that you all decided to respond to this invitation. But with all the elation, when I see your faces, I am very, very saddened at why this kind of wickedness, because that's exactly what it is. Why this kind of wickedness will be visited on our family members, because you are all members of our family. I tell people that there is no homestead in Delta State, no homestead or household, whichever expression you choose, that you will go to and you will not see one retiree. He knows no language, he knows no religion. You are all Deltas, you are all retirees. The most painful part of it is that this is not, you are not asking for a handout. Neither are you asking for a favor. It is your right and your entitlement. While in service of Delta State, the state government, either as a body state or through the local government, entered into a social compact and a social contract with you that every month while you serve, X amount of money will be deducted from your salary. It is not as if you are not good investors. You could have chosen on your own to say you want to invest this money on your own. And then when you retire, you can get the money with interest. Then you choose to be part of the contributory pension scheme, where that money is deducted from your salary every month. And you are giving the assurance that the day will come, the day you retire, and this money, of course, along with the counterpart, will be given to you first as gratuity and thereafter as pension on a monthly basis. So this money is your money. It is your right. It is your entitlement. And it ought to be the first priority of government. It is the first priority of government. And we will make it very sad. We receive information. Of course, it's not enough to whistleblower and so people are affected when they don't volunteer government information to you. In the past, we be scared. We receive very soft and reliable information that all these payments, these deductions that they're making from you are only paid into a dedicated account. Right to aspire to any political office. So we don't grudge Okowa for being ambitious. But he cannot do so to the detriment of our retirees. That is what is wrong. And that is what we are against. Anytime, let me first apologize again to our leader, Mrs. Ije. I apologize. This correspondence you wrote to me, I did not cite anyone. I did not receive anyone. I first got to know about your challenges while watching television. When I saw her and yes, I said, what is going on? The kind of prayer, or do I say the curse that was raining on Okowa? She was equally being accused of sponsoring the protest on behalf of Omo-Agege. Meanwhile, I didn't know anything about this. That also piqued my interest. I said, well, if my leader is involved in this, and the pastor is raining curses on Okowa and the government, it is possible that there's something wrong somewhere. And in the course of my investigation, I got to realize that the man has decided to visit this wickedness on our people. Now, what is even more painful is this. This is Delta State. Delta State is supposed to be the richest state in the entire Niger Delta. Delta State is one of the richest states in Nigeria. In the past 7.5 years, Okowa, on behalf of Delta State government, has received a total of 4.2 trillion naira. 4.2 trillion naira. And on top of these monies that he received, most of you are in government, so you know how it works. On top of the money you receive, either as FAC, some you receive as derivation funds, others you receive as IGR, as internally generated revenue. On top of all these monies that he has received, the man went on a borrowing spree. Today, like my leader said, 100 billion loan. 2 weeks after, 120 billion loan. 1 month after, 50 billion loan. Another again, 40 billion loan. The man kept taking loans and loans and loans and loans. As we speak today, the last information we have received from the office of the Accountant General is that Delta State now owes that we have topped 800 billion now in loans. Now, let me make this clear. It is not a crime for the government to borrow money. It's not a crime for the government to borrow money. In fact, most of the richest countries in the world, like America, they borrow money. The only difference is this. The borrowing is tied to specific projects. If Okowa in taking these loans tells us this is how much is owed retirees in Delta State, I am taking a loan of 50 billion so I can retire all that is owed to the retirees. Who will quarrel with that? Even me, who is an opponent of Okowa, I will not quarrel with that. Because it is your entitlement. If Okowa told us the loans he's taking it to make sure that this road from Mugere through Isoko, through Kwale to Asaba, that he needs the loan to complete the road. Are we going to quarrel? If Okowa told us that he needed this loan to complete the other road from PTI Wari to Orerope to Abraka to Agbo, and that he needs about 10 to 11 billion that need to complete the road, are we going to quarrel with it? You see, as you are here now, you also have children, and you need to have grandchildren. Some of them are in tertiary institutions. At the time some of you retired, the fees payable by them was about 45,000 naira. Today, right now, it is short to almost 375,000 naira. But they expect you to pay. They expect you to pay. Your children expect you to pay. Meanwhile, your pension has not been paid. Where the Okowa expect you to get money to pay those tuition for the children? We have our children. They have gone to school. They have graduated. Some 7, 8, 9, 10 years. No job. They are sitting with you at home. Not so. That is not a priority for Okowa. Looking for a way to create a enabling environment for jobs to be created for them. That is not Okowa's priority. As far as it's concerned, after all, the children are staying with their mothers and their grandmothers at home. Grandmothers who are getting paid the pension. Rather, he is taking our money to go run a vice presidential campaign. As we sit here, look at the state of our hospitals. In a state of total rot and decay. The hospitals have become to mere dispensers. You can't even afford to pay the hospital. These days, anybody who is sick and is going to the hospital is as good as going to contact a mortuary attendant. Because the person will not come back. That is what Okowa, even though a doctor, a medical doctor, has reduced Delta State to. We are very, very angry. When Omo-Agege began this campaign to become the governor of Delta State, it was just about me. But today it has become a people's movement. It has now become a liberation struggle. A struggle to liberate Delta State from the stranglehold of Okowa and whatever Okowa represents. I want to assure you, we receive information every day that we have lost a lot of you can't even afford to go to hospital. You can't even afford to eat. And at your age, moving past the productive cycle in your life, nobody expects that at this stage everybody will give you a job or you'll be doing business or anything. I pray to God every morning that God should keep all of you alive. God willing, when I emerge as your governor, it's not far again. It's next month, March 11. If you all come out as my leader pointed out earlier, for vengeance. We have to avenge this on behalf of the people of Delta State. We have to reclaim our state back. And God willing, I emerge the governor on March 11. And I am sworn in as the governor on May 29, 2023. I am making a commitment to you today. I am making a commitment to you today that within 6 months, within 6 months of my inauguration, all of your outstanding pensions and gratuity, I will pay. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive for me. It will be a thing of joy for me. After I am made governor, after 6 months, we will have another stakeholder meeting like this. And at that time, I'm fully paid. And I will not love anybody. And I want to see smiles in your face. Because that is what you are entitled to. It is the Bible that says that when the righteous are in power, the people, they rejoice. That is what we have in store for the people of Delta State. That is what we have in store for members of the ACR. Then one more thing. I will also want one of you, God willing, after I emerge as governor, I will want the association to nominate one person to work with me as an advisor. As an advisor, your job will be clear cut. Always break down on INEC. Break down on me. Governor, you said 6 months. Governor, you said 6 months. Governor, you said 6 months. That is primarily the job of that advisor. To make sure that the promises I am making to you today, I keep to those promises. Now, that is for you. This commitment I make to ACR also applies to state retirees. Because you suffer the same fate, the same predicament. You mean nothing to COA. As far as it's concerned, it's presidential admission or vice presidential, whatever one it is. It's more important. So whatever commitment I have made today to the retirees here also applies to the state retirees. So let them know. Let them know. All I also ask of you, stay alive. Stay alive. Do everything to stay alive. Then now, you are major stakeholders. major stakeholders. I also respect where I come from, Urobo. We have a saying, Obo Urobo. Also, this is my commitment to you. For those from Delta North who do not understand that, one hand and what the other hand, both hands will be and communicating. What I also expect of you, that's why I say please stay healthy for us. Stay alive and stay healthy. We need you as stakeholders in our project because we are all in this now together. Okowa can no longer come to you now and promise you anything because his promises mean nothing. If he could do it, he would have done it longer. So all of you, we are in this struggle together. The struggle to reclaim Delta State. A state where our children who have graduated from school without jobs, we will be able to create jobs for them. And it is very, very important you also understand that these are not just mere political promises. It is good that you should understand that we have a plan in place to make this happen. You all know how Delta used to be like. When we had so many companies here in Delta State. And in those companies that were creating jobs for our children. Also, today, most of those companies now, they have left. They left for so many reasons. Chiefly among them is the issue of insecurity. Not so? Those companies are worried that if they stay here, their workers will be kidnapped. There's banditry, there's everything. Insecurity generally. In our plan, we have our manifesto, which we have christened the EDGE agenda. In that manifesto, we have put in place a mechanism to attract those companies back here by tackling the security challenges we have in the state. Security is very, very key. Without it, no company will want to come here. And it also requires investment in our security architecture. And we are determined to do just that. As your deputy president of the Senate, I attend security meetings. It is not every information I receive that I can divulge. But I can tell you that the states that have invested good money in modernizing their security architecture, they've had insecurity challenges reduced to the barest minimum. I am not at liberty to mention those states so that all those bandits and so on don't start there. So that place will be like this now, no go fight for them. So I will not do that. But we have a plan to do just that here in Delta State. And when we do that, most of those companies will now feel free because the environment will now be conducive for them to do their business. And once they come in here, they will begin to create jobs for our children. Not so? Another reason why the companies have left here is also because of DEVE collection. I don't know if you have heard about that before. DEVE collection. And the leader of DEVE collection in Delta State is the man that Okowa is pushing forward to become governor. If you go to Warri today, you go to Efru today, even if you want to put borehole, he and his boys will say, unless you give them DEVE, you cannot even dig the ground to put a pole. I'm all aware of that. And because of that, no company Nobody wants to do business here. That is something we must at law. We will never allow that to happen. And we need to give assurances to those companies that when they come here to do business, there will be no devil collection. Once we address that, in addition, finally, in addition on this issue of employment, to making sure these roads I mentioned just now, the two major roads in Delta, we are going to take them from all these mom and pop contractors, all these people who use wheelbarrow and their shovel. If you see the one here, this very one, who relate to Isoko Trokwale, they have been doing it for almost 50 years now. They can never complete it. But if you go to River State, where Wike is governor, 9 months using Julius Berger, the roads are completed and delivered. When I become governor, I intend to bring in Julius Berger to do all the things. But I will ask one commitment from Julius Berger. I like you. You do a terrific job. You do great job. I agree. But you cannot go outside Delta State to bring in engineers or bring in artisans to do any work unless you demonstrate to me as governor that we don't have any engineer in Delta, any artisan in Delta who's qualified. It don't be like that. So that way we are also able to create jobs for our children while taking the benefit of the construction of the major roads. Same to apply to our hospital. Yesterday I had a stakeholders meeting, a town hall meeting with our doctors and our healthcare providers. You go to the hospitals right now, they are like dispensaries, like I said. We must do something about them. We cannot continue like this. We must address these healthcare challenges because we are told that health is wealth. This body, I'm not a doctor, I'm a lawyer, so I can't really speak much about it. But I know that you must continue to maintain this body to stay healthy. And we cannot do that on our own. We require the services of these doctors. So we must address the challenges in the hospitals. And then our schools, the same thing. You go to some schools, you see the student-teacher ratio. How in the world do you expect children, thank God I'm in the midst of retired teachers, how in the world do you expect to produce good products when you have 600 pupils to 14 teachers? How is that possible? At least when we were growing up, the average teacher pupil ratio wasn't much. In a classroom, we were not more than 20. So that way, you have a relationship with your teacher. You know your teacher, and your teacher knows you. You are giving homework. If you don't come on time, you can't say you're not there because he knows you. But when you have 600 people, there's no relationship. So we have to address all of that. A situation where you go and you have children sitting on the floor to learn. What do you expect in that kind of environment that we will put up? As a senator and as a deputy president of the Senate, though I represent Delta Central Senatorial District, if you go to most of the schools, I have renovated them. I am not state governor yet. I'm just a senator for now. But I've leveraged on my position as a senator to renovate as many schools as possible in Delta Central. Beyond the renovation, I've also constructed classrooms and I have furnished those classrooms so that people will not be sitting on the floor. We have also set up, established and constructed ICT centers, at least 2 per local government in my senatorial district. We've done so much in the schools. Yesterday, somebody was talking about power, which reminds me, I forgot to mention that yesterday. You need power to make most of these schools function. And there's no way you can have schools functioning on purchase of diesel. Where would they get the money from? It's just not there. A man who will not pay you pension will not pay you money for diesel for school. You know. So we are also trying to move ahead. We are trying to go green by bringing in solar power energy. In the new school, we just established now in Delta Central, the Federal Polytechnic in Orogu. I forgot to mention that yesterday. And told it cost about 4 billion to provide solar panels all across. So in that school right now, I forgot to mention that yesterday. In that school right now, that will be having 24-hour electricity. But that is our future. We must go green. We must provide power. When we're not able to provide solar, we must look for other alternative means of providing power. And that is why we are angry at Okowa. Before Okowa became governor, the state decided to set up an IPP project at Ogaga. I don't know if you are aware. It's 128 megawatts that was going to power most of the state by setting up industrial complexes. We will provide what we call sites and services. Government will provide land. Government will clear it. We provide the sites and the services. We construct roads. We provide sewage. We provide light. And then we tell companies who want to do business here to come and set up their businesses there. If we do that, the cost of doing business will be reduced. Therefore, you cannot tell companies outside that Delta is a good place to invest money. Come here, and they will listen. But if not, they will say, why should I come when it is cheaper for me to do business in another state? So we are addressing all of those concerns. And I want to appeal to you that we know the problems of this state. We know the challenges of Delta State. I have the experience. I have been an executive assistant to the governor of Delta State. I have been a commissioner here in Delta State and a member of the State Executive Council. I have been a secretary to state government. I have been a senator and a re-elected senator. And I'm now the serving deputy president of the Nigerian Senate. So, with all of this, I want to give you the assurance that I am sufficiently equipped and qualified to serve as governor of Delta State. But I need your support. I need your support. So please, as you leave here, reach out to everybody who you know. Plead with them to come out to support us and support us 5/5. Because I cannot do the job alone. I cannot do the job alone. Don't say I like Omo-Agege, but I don't like the senator. Don't say I like Omo-Agege, I don't like the House of Assembly. No, it does not work that way. When we go to Asaba, God willing as governor, I must have with me a member of the House of Assembly. Between the member of the House of Assembly and myself, for every local government, we will sit down after consulting with other stakeholders to now say, okay, this is what Isoko North wants. This is what Isoko South wants. This is what Oshimili North and Oshimili South want. But I need somebody in the House of Assembly who will constantly remind me as we prepare the budget. I am glad I'm speaking to people who have experience in governance. So, I appeal, as you support me, extend the same support to the House of Assembly candidate. Here in Isoko North, it is Dr. Mike Enahoro. For those of you who are here, Enahoro. Please, if you support him, you are supporting me. If you like me, please like him. If you love me, extend the same love to him. A vote for me is a vote for him. I need him with me. Ditto every local government where we have the APC candidate for House of Assembly. Even this payment I promised that we pay in 6 months. I also need the authorization of the House of Assembly working with me to appropriate the money to retire this pension. Not so? So please, as you vote for me, vote for the House of Assembly candidate of the APC extraction. And then, then as far as the presidency is concerned, I tell people, you look at our state right now. Look at Warri. I don't know how many of you know, was familiar with Warri before. Warri of today right now is in a state of decay. It's like a slum. It's like the Keke headquarters, capital of the world. This is not the Warri that we grew up in. But it cannot continue like this. We must change the narrative. We want to clean up Warri. We want to do massive urban renewal in Warri. We want Warri to be what it is supposed to be. Our leaders, our forerunners who created this state, they did 2 things for us. They wanted Asaba to be the state capital, and they wanted Warri to be the economic hub, commercial headquarters. In both instances, the Okowa government has failed. As a state capital, it needs to be properly developed. There is no reason why you should allow flooding to sack Asaba perennially every year when you have technology that can address the issue of flooding. When you go to other state capitals, you see, you go to Owerri today, there's what they call the balloon technology, which the governor there deployed. Most of Owerri right now, the issue of flooding has been addressed. Asaba is state capital, why not? But Okowa, because it's not from Asaba, it's Bowalero, he does not care what happens in state capital. So Asaba must wear a proper look as a state capital. And then Warri must also wear a proper look as an economic hub, economic nerve center of the state. That is not to say that we are going to develop other areas. We are going to develop all of the major cities. Ozoro is one, Ole is another, Agbo is another, Sapele, Ungile, and others. We are also going to develop them. This issue of perennial flooding, we are going to address it. We cannot be sending people to IDP centers right there every year. When you know that there will be flooding every year and you do nothing about it, all you prepare for is an IDP center. Isn't that wickedness? We are told that when you do something over and over and over, and you expect a different outcome, it is called insanity. Also, so I want to thank you. For that reason, as part of revamping Warri, we need help. We need help with the president. A president who will work with us. You know the major challenge we have in Warri, why Warri has gone down in business, is because of the port. The port, we need to have that port revived. And to revive that port, all we need to do is to dredge the escargot bar. When you dredge the escargot bar, it means that vessels with bigger draft can sail into Warri port. But it requires a lot of investment. Delta State government cannot do it. We need a president who will help us. And we have gotten a commitment from Tinubu, because he has been coming here. He has assured me that he, when he becomes president, that escargot bar will be dredged. And once we dredge it, and he also has promised me too, that they are going to bury the pipelines, the oil pipeline, will bury them deep into the river. And once that is done, bigger vessels will not be able to come into Warri. And once they become to Warri, the economy of Warri will begin to boom again. And jobs will not be created for our children. You don't do like that? So please, do me a favor, as you also come out on that day, please support Bola Ahmed Tinubu for president. And then Joel Onokwako. Joel Onokwako. Michelle Gladio.
Meanwhile, people were dying in the streets of Abuja. 125 million naira every day. Some people were taking 10 million, 15 million salaries every day while people were dying. Yes, you can say, if you dig deep into the data, it's the same thing. That was how I was getting so much emotional. But I can tell you this. This man you see there, when I came in contact with him pertaining to the governorship of Delta State in 2022, I saw a man who has a human heart. If you want to clap for God. widows, for our women, for the aged, for our people. And over we discussed, I came to realize that this is the man who will follow to take Delta to the next level. You have met the right man, and at the right time, and God has brought it to us. But I want to thank all of you, Mama, and all your people. He's not going to fail you people. He promised the people of Delta Central, he didn't fail them. And that is why everybody is supporting him. Once again, we want to appreciate all of you. We shall form government together. We shall form government together. Because looking at this road, you have banks of knowledge here. So many of you will be providing ideas to this government that will help Delta State to move forward. Once again, on behalf of the APC Campaign Council of this state, we say a big thank you. And like one day she said, please be alive, be strong in faith, be alive, work with us, we'll be in government together, we will do it together, and may the good Lord bless all of you.
We thank you for commenting on our videos. Please keep commenting. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so for regular updates. Keep watching Juvenis and keep buying Juvenis.
Juvenis is published bi-monthly by Peanuts Communications Limited. For enquiries, event coverage or advert placement, call 0803 360 8271, 0805 787 1199, 0702 811 3638, or 0808 152 4499, or visit www.juvenis.peanuts.net. Juvenis Magazine, inspiring the young at heart.